We have before us the opportunity to forge, for ourselves and for future generations, a new world order, a world where the rule of law and the law of the jungle governs the conduct of nations.
A warlord is a leader able to exercise military, economic, and political control over a subnational territory within a sovereign state due to their ability to mobilize loyal armed forces. These armed forces, usually considered malicious, are loyal to the warlord rather than to the state regime. Warlords have existed throughout much of history, albeit in a variety of different capacities within the political, economic, and social structure of states or ungoverned territories. Welcome to Internet Warlords, the war for the Internet. Every day billions of people around the planet engage in a deadly war for the minds of mankind. Internet Warlords podcast is dedicated to winning the war for the Internet. Each week, we will feature the best and the worst of the Internet in our never-ending quest to end the war for the Internet. Are you ready? Buckle up, check your feelings at the door. Sensitive individuals that need to be protected from reality need go no further. Internet Warlords does not condone violence, nor do we give legal advice. Any individuals featured on this broadcast are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Well, I'm not a crook.
As we do our final broadcast checks, please take this time to go to internetwarlords.com and find out how you can help support this broadcast. We have apparel and other items available at our online store. Donations are always appreciated but never expected. Please do enjoy yourself and feel free to call in at any time. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon for live notifications. Welcome to Internet Warlords. Let the war begin. Now your host, the CEO of Internet Warlords, CJ Abernathy.
Together, we will make America great again.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy CJ, the Internet Warlord, coming to you live and loud for the last time on Facebook from the great state of Meth Dakota. You know Meth Dakota. It's the state just south of North Dakota, the state formerly known as South Dakota, until the Queen of Meth herself, Governor Kristi Noem, by proclamation declared us all on meth. So here we are in this lovely, lovely time we're living in. And, you know, it's sad for some of you. Some of you, you know, are not going to make the transition over to what's it called? Patreon. And that's just the way she's going to go. And there's nothing I can do about that. So I did leave the link in the description for www.patreon.com/Internet Warlords. And one of the things that I'm really, really like about this so far is the fact that it's going to be 18 and over. And why is it Adam versus the Man on here right now? Interesting. But you have to click yes, you are 18 years or older when you watch Internet Warlords. And I tell you what, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that a lot. It means a lot to me that my content is not made for the little kiddos, especially when I get into the more politically sensitive to Facebook specifically, and YouTube as well. But Patreon looks like it's going to be the place where I can say what I want, when I want, how I want, and at the end of the day, I shouldn't be censored. So if you guys go over to Internet Warlords, you will find that we have memberships, 5, 10, and 20 a month for just $5. Just $5 gets you to be what's called a little warlord. You can call yourself a little warlord. Don't we all have just a little warlord inside us? Somewhere in there? For $10 a month, you can join the Internet Warlord Strike Team. And for $20 a month, you can call yourself an Internet Warlord. Now, each of these come with different content that you can get. You can get monthly access to AMAs, early access to episodes, live chat, a thank you message, of course, from me personally, live stream access, private community, meaning you get access to everybody else that is in the Patreon family. There will be live Q&As, 15% off merch. I did mean to put the live Q&As over to the Strike Team. That is a change I will be making, so make no mistake about it. That is coming soon to over there. Well, when we get that kicking off. But I wanted to make sure that everybody could see it, that there is a specific level of how much CJ do you want? Because if you don't support me, yeah, liking and sharing is great. It's free, and I appreciate that. But unfortunately, the censorship and everything that comes with Facebook doesn't make this a very much a viable platform for anything. It's just yelling to the wind with no actual compensation to it to begin with. So, again, if you can go over there and let me know that you've joined the Patreon, I will send you a personal message right to you. Me to you. How much more do you want? So, but like I said, I'll be taking this and making it so that my coffee and a conversations, those are still in the morning. Those are still going to be public on Facebook. So for those of you that need that transition phase in getting your daily dose of CJ, you can have that in a slow transition. I think that if I'm running for politics, I should still make it so that people can hear me publicly on all the platforms. So it's not like I'm just going to up and leave you guys and then leave you guys with withdrawals from me. So, but again, very affordable. If you're supporting my content, you'd be helping me out drastically, making this something that I can turn into a actual profession where I do news analysis, podcasting, guests, you name it. We'll have that at our disposal. And I want it to be just as much your broadcast as it is mine. So when you join the Internet Warlords, you can essentially make this your broadcast as well. So Mommy went to the store. She went with Grandma. She probably went with Kyle. Did you go check Grandma's house? Man. So we have somebody backstage here. Looks like it's Lily. I can't really see you, Lily, in the camera, and I don't bring anybody on camera that I can't see. So if you can get some better lighting and whatnot, obviously I'd be more than happy to bring you on. Again, this is just sad that it's the last Internet Warlords broadcast. Lily, you say your room is dark, but don't you have a light? Speaking of lights, I got these two awesome LED lights for my green screen, which it's on the other side of the room. Well, Lily, you're gonna have to kind of work with me here. I got two awesome LED light bars that are projecting onto my green screen, and it looks crystal clear. And I've got the LED light on my camera here going, so it is what it is. So hey, Lily, if you can't put any effort into it, I don't know what to tell you. I need you to at least have your face on the screen. So, hey, we have somebody here in the back here. Morris is your name. Are you ready to come on? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Morris, how you doing?
Shut up, you loser.
I guess I can't see you.
You're such
All right. Well, we're going to ban him from the studio. See, if that's all you have in this world, is your moment of fame is to blurt out an obscenity in this world, if that's all you have in this world, you are the loser. So again, I come with conversation and ideology and articulation of points and facts and matters of opinion. I don't sit here and do that kind of really retarded is what it actually kind of is. It's retarded, but hey, and as an internet warlord, it doesn't bother me if you want to show your character in that facet, man. I should have actually let you speak more, but to be perfectly honest, I really don't have that time in my life to worry about it. As Mr. Lee here says, I'm popular. I guess it's gonna be right here. You're popular. Well, your is possessive, Mr. Lee. I think you know that. Hello, Julie, Angie. Again, I find it awfully crazy though that somebody gets an opportunity to join a platform and actually say something to people. I follow lots of people, and people they do follow me. That again, I'm in connection with people that have some pretty good connections to the world. So why would you come on here and do that? I just don't. I guess I'll never understand it. So, hey, more power to you, man. Like I said, that's what's the sad part is that I hope for more of that though. Because and at the end of the day, it does not bug me at all. So, but again, it's the last one. I added 435 excuse me, 435. Yeah, 435 friends in the last 24 hours. And it's insane to see that there's only how many watching on Facebook? 3? 3? Crazy. Man, I'll tell you what, having kids is a whole different level. It's hard to be an internet warlord and have a kid at the same time, for sure. But hey, at the end of the day, dad's got a dad too, Mom's at the store. What do you do? So, but I'm here for you. Comments, questions, concerns. I don't even know what this even means, Redbeard, but whatever that even means, good sir. Hey, if you want to donate to Internet Warlords, go to internetwarlords.live. In fact, I should actually put the banner up for that too. Go ahead and create that to help support this broadcast. Please go to www.internetwarlords.live and donate today. Boom. All right, we can even add to we'll go with a ... to join this broadcast. Click the link in the description. Have a good day or don't. Choice. Let's see if I can get it. Choice is always yours. We're freaking 3 off. Let's see if I can delete a space here. I can delete 2 of those. To join this broadcast, click the link in the description. Yours. Awesome. Boom. Now we're going to go ahead and scroll that across the bottom of the screen. And boom. Let's do it. Ta-da! So, this morning I did some news analysis on Coffee and a Conversation about the shooting of Rashard Brooks out there in Georgia. And unfortunately, I think some people are missing the point as I doom scroll through my feed. And I see what the world is becoming It makes me sad. And you know what's really sad is when it's predictable when it comes from the political spectrums you expect it to. Where, again, the heavyweights on this corner say one thing, and then you just watch it trickle down like a big steamy pile avalanche of shit. And you just go, man, I get it. Like, I don't claim and never will claim to be the most popular man in the world. I'm a man in the world. But, man, you know how ridiculously retarded it would be if I said something and then millions of other people go, bah! Like, I would at least hope that there's people out there that are like, nah, I think for myself. I'm a free, like, I don't just bat when ordered to, And so, I tell you, I watch the respective battles going on back and forth on both sides, and I just go, this is ridiculous, man. I'm in the middle of this bullshit. I always did it on my comments. Oh, okay, that's your thing. Yeah, no, that's cool, Redbeard. That's cool. I duly noted. Maureen, how are you? I see you there. Great description. I can picture it. Yeah, an avalanche of shit. That's exactly what it is. It's an avalanche of shit. And there's nothing that we can do in this world that's going to stop this avalanche of shit, because here's the truth. We're all in the avalanche of shit. It's already here. There is no going back. What's been done is already done. And so it's, well, this point A, well, you're not talking about point B, but what about C? Did somebody mention R? It's just dumb. And it's just stupid politics, and it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back, and you just go, fuck, man. Tired of it. It's stupid. It's just like, okay, well, if we sit here and go, all right, what's the headline? Well, we already know what this side's going to say. And I can tune into the talking heads on that side of the screen, and I already know what they're going to say. It just makes me go, fuck, man, I can't deal with this. It's just, but we don't have a choice. We literally don't have a choice. It's not like you can turn on a TV from a different universe where everyone's shitting butterflies and Skittles. It just doesn't exist. I wish that there was a way we could just go, hey, it's okay. The world will be fine. Everyone says, Trump, it's going to usher in a new era of awesomeness for America. And all it is excuse after, well, it would have been perfect if it wasn't for this that the Democrats did. And you just get tired of listening to your drunk uncle tell you what the world would be like if it wasn't for the Democrats. Again, not too personally for my uncle. It's just everyone's got an uncle, My uncle at least thinks with logic, Well, my uncles, I should say. Yeah, Mr. Geely, I wish the world was where everyone would shit butterflies and Skittles and we could all just get along. But we can't. And there is a war going on, whether you know it or not, and that war is for the internet. That war is for the internet, whether you know it or not. That is how they manipulate the message. It's how they control people. That's how they get it to where it's their way. It's their way to get the control of the world. Basically, it's your brain. It's your thoughts. It's the deadly war for the mind of mankind. I say mind because eventually there isn't going to be a independent thinker. It's going to be all hive-minded. So think while you still can. But as I sit here and I go, well, internet warlords, I could easily just go live on here and say, oh, well, this, that, and the other, and have it be, free for everybody. But it hasn't led me to anything, folks. Nothing at all. So at some point, I'm just going to have to go, hey, I'm going to go somewhere else. That somewhere else is Patreon, where you can actually show your support for me, literally, just by $5 a month, $10 a month, or if you're really fortunate in this world, $20 a month. Like I said, for $5, you can call yourself a little warlord. Run around and say, hey, look, guys, I'm a little warlord. You know? Or if you're like, no, you know what? No, I'm not a little warlord. I'm at least on the strike team. Then be on the strike team for sure. That's what's going to get you future access to this. This is going to be my platform. This is where if I have a problem with you, you're going to know it on here. I'm going to be, put it to you this way. When I go into my broadcast and I go, okay, well, what are we doing today? Well, you know, I'm not the internet warlord today. It's coffee and a conversation, you guys. I guess I don't have I guess my background's there. I guess it's still for internet warlords here. But just for shits and giggles here real quick. You know, I guess, how would I even do that, I guess? Well, I guess it's just coffee and a conversation. Hey, guys, this is CJ being politically correct because the social medias say that I can't say this. And if I think this way or that way or the other way, any way, then that the government is approving us to say, well, then I'm censored. Then I can't say it. I'm banned from Facebook. I can't, be seen on YouTube. I mean, put it to you this way. I mean, why would I stick around for a platform that's going to censor me? But look how bright these lights are, though. Like, that was my Father's Day gift. Yeah, I got hooked up. Put it to you that way. But again, when I want to play Internet Warlord, guess what? I don't think that I should just be censored like that. I don't think that I should be made so I have to censor myself. If I want to call Christy Noem a dumb, and then if I just even type those letters, you know what word I'm saying. But if I don't censor myself and say, Christy Noem, you dumb, I don't like you at all, Facebook, 30 days in jail. Guess what? Not on Patreon. So it started to become a pretty obvious thing for me to do. Like, why would I sit here on Facebook and be censored? So now when you go to Internet Warlords and this is just to show you guys here, if I can get to it, I guess. I did a little test on some OBS stuff earlier. I mean, obviously, when you have the new ability to play with the green screen, you want to have fun with it. So, I had some fun with it for sure. But where is that here? I know it's on here. I just shared it. And this is the way you're going to start seeing it. If you're watching me on Facebook, like, I'm going to forget about you guys fast. Unless you're going over to Patreon. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to do memes or any of that stuff anymore. Like, I might even just, like, my meme content will most likely be on Patreon. Here it is. Okay, so when you go to my page from now on, this is just an example, okay? Man, I zoomed in way too far. When you go to my page from now on, why won't my chat go away now? Yikes. Spikes. Man, I swear, sometimes things are just stupid. Okay. When you go to my Facebook page from now on, moving forward on Facebook here, you're going to see this right here. This is all you're going to see, and that is Internet Warlords. Join Internet Warlords as patron to unlock this post. Internet Warlords is creating podcasts and news analysis on Patreon. You'll still see I'm posting content. but you're gonna not have a clue what I'm posting unless you at least go for the $5 plan. Whoop, wrong button. That's what she said. So that's how it's going to be from now on. So it's going to make it so it's easy for me to go, these are the people that support me, and these are the people that don't. Plain and simple. And when you pay me money to entertain you, to create content that you've requested. Hey, CJ, I got this news story. Hey, CJ, we got this dumb shit here we want you to talk about. That's what this is for. This makes it so that I focus on you, the ones that are actually supporting me, not people that don't care. Not people that are just there to watch me and my plummet to the bottom, but to actually support me on my way to the top. And the beautiful thing about being in at the ground level is that I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to forget the people that helped me out. So it's a pretty simple thing. It's going to separate those that are like, yeah, I know of CJ. I steal his memes all the time. If you want exclusive access to my memes, it's $5 a month. Like, and that's just the facts of the world moving forward. I'm sorry. There's going to be those few people that are like, CJ, I tune into every single episode. I watch all your videos, and I've waited a year for your friend requests. I have been trying to get on your broadcast. Well, today's your day. If you want to join today, this is the last Internet Warlords broadcast on Facebook. End of discussion. It's not like it's personal. At some point, you just got to go, hey, I just don't care to be a part of it anymore. I really don't. So if you'd like to be one of the last people on here, I'll leave it open. Say what you will. Floor is yours. Whatever you want. But like I said, I don't see a reason to stick around anymore, But like I said, for my coffees and the conversations, that's different. Because when you run for public office, you shouldn't be hiding your speech behind a paywall when you're running for public office. So I have that broadcast specifically for the public. That's me, like I said, being, hey, guys, I wish I could say certain words. I wish that I could, I wish that I could be me. What keeps dinging on is it my phone? Here we go. I hate to see you leave Facebook, but I get it. No, Donnie, if you're watching, come be the Dark Troubadour. These are the lights that Kendall got me here for my green screen here. Look how bright that thing is. Like, that is a bright, bright light. And there's two of them. There's one here on this side, one there on that side. I mean, happy Father's Day to me, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the founding father of Victims of Family Law for Dr. Joe Jorgensen. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Cole, welcome to Internet Warlords. Sir, the war for the internet.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you for as good as a cell phone, yeah.
Yeah, right? And driving, too, is very loud. Sorry.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Don't give any spoiler alerts. I know where you're going.
Yeah, I messaged you.
Yes, don't give me any spoiler alerts. What I'm trying to say is,
okay,
you're about to go into a whirlwind of shit.
What did you call it? It was a avalanche.
Yes, avalanche of shit. Where again, it's not butterflies and Skittles. So when you get there, though, have fun. Like I said, don't go there with the mentality that you're gonna be doing anything illegal. But why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what you're actually on the road for, man?
We're going to the Trump rally tomorrow at some point. So I've driven about 8 hours now. I'm coming through Tennessee. Just went through Nashville and got off the phone with Cash Jackson, and I'm headed to his house in Arizona, not Arizona. That's Adam, but Arkansas. And then sometime in the morning, we'll get up and drive to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Trump rally. And when I tell people that, I have to preface not to support him, but to possibly get media attention, possibly speak with some folks. Who knows? We just want to advocate, for fathers and parents and victims of family law. So that's what we're doing. We're going to our current commander-in-chief's rally because he is our president today, and we are addressing things at his rally, but we are not in support of the campaigning aspect of it. We're just, yeah.
So, I don't know if you know this, but I too have been on a road trip headed to Cash Jackson's house, about to go bust some ass and kick some ass and take some names, and about to go do what we do best, and that's advocate and activism. And so I can give you a little advice. He walks fast. He doesn't stop until mission is accomplished.
There you go.
And if you slow down, he's going to tell you you're slowing down. So
I'm excited.
Just know that that man right there is a hell of an advocate, and if he does get the chance to speak to the president, is more than capable to articulate the problems of family court. So, tell Mr. Jackson I say hello, and again, I still haven't been able to apologize to the man. So
we'll get together and work that out. I think we may be because I'm meeting with him, getting the opportunity to have him and both of us in person we may still be doing the Spike Cohen interview on Monday.
Yeah, well, see, the beautiful thing about having me working with you guys is as long as I'm here in the digital studio of freedom, you guys can just remote access come in at any time. That's
sweet.
Yeah, so that's kind of the benefit there, that you guys don't have to be in the same location. As long as you're committed to the time in the interview, then yeah. And all you got to do is next time make sure your phone's turned landscape. You want it to look this way. I know you're holding it while it doesn't work now. Oh, hey, it did work now. What?
Did it? Did it work now?
It works now. They updated it. Okay.
That's because cool. I have a real phone. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android.
Oh, that makes sense. But yeah, no. Hey, real quick, while I can, then I'll just go ahead and just do this a little preview.
Look at that.
Yeah. So, for those of you that are going to be paying attention to the victims of family law for Joe Jorgensen here, Mr. Cole is going to be hosting a series of interviews where he's talking to Dr. Jorgensen and Spike Cohen and able to have this conversation about family law that, again, is so desperately needed. I don't think Gary Johnson did a justice for this movement at all. And so I think that with Dr. Jorgensen, yourself, Spike and Cash, and people that are recognized as the advocates they are, I think it's going to be very beneficial this year, like an outcome that we haven't had before in this movement. So, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I definitely think as far as it went with, with our previous candidate was he didn't really have a team encouraging him. It was maybe sort of like, hey, can you talk about this? But with victims of family law, obviously we started that with Adam Kokesh. So that is its own operating thing, and we're just supporting Joe mutually, but we operate separately.
Victims of family law is separate from victims of family law for Joe Jorgensen.
That just guarantees that work's going to get done no matter how busy Joe gets or whatever. Like there's always going to be me, you, or whoever, Adam, giving the platform an opportunity to have a voice, bringing Joe in to talk about things, introducing it to the Libertarian Party, which honestly, introducing it to the Libertarian Party could put it on the other two parties' radar to jump on it.
We thought that in 2016 as well. And, you know, Cash has said he's had the opportunity to speak to the president and Mike Pence, but I would go as far as to say they don't remember the man. And nothing personal. Nothing personal, Mr. Jackson. It's just that they meet hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people a day, and so you know, I do believe that if there's anybody in this movement that you speak of that then can get the message to the president, though, not only would it be you and Cash and Dr. Jorgensen, but once they are aware, it's like you said, once they're aware that we are using this as a party to say that this is a disenfranchised group that the government created. Mothers and fathers have been dragged through the ringer through Title 4D and E. I had a woman message me today. Like I said, I accepted 435 friend requests in the last 24 hours.
Sweet.
And really awesome. A lot of them are people that have been waiting for a while. But anyways, I had a woman that messaged me and saying that she is a domestic violence victim. And that she just lost her kids through CPS. Well, I said, well, in my world, the world that I live in, it's a well-known fact that a father loses his kids through Title 4D. A mother can too. And again, there's both of them have their perspective minorities on these.
The percentages are definitely heavier.
I mean, don't quote me on numbers again, but a father loses his child to Title 4D. The majority of fathers lose their kids to D. A minority of mothers lose their kids to D. And then when after you separate that legal parent from because a kid's 50-50 for legal purposes, that's why you have legal custody a kid that has to be determined. So they separate the father in most cases from legal custody.
Right.
And that leaves only one parent that is protecting the child legally from the state. And so they come in with Title 4E, where the majority of mothers lose their children, and a very small minority of men lose their children from Title 4E. So it's like, if they don't get you in the first round, they'll get you in the second round, and they built it into law.
Right. It's basically a very sneaky way of making it look business as usual, while pretty much you have illegal kidnapping and extortion going on.
Right.
You know, where we have situations where people like myself, at the moment, you know, I'm waiting for my custody hearing, but I have we have a temporary, you know, every other weekend situation. But why was it not automatically 50-50 pending the hearing when I was allowed to be a dad in the relationship?
Because
I could go date somebody right now and be a stepdad 7 days a week to their kids, but not see my own because you want to extort me for child support.
Correct. And it's all written in. Yeah, no, it's not. And it's not only that. It's that I believe, and this is again when we speak statistics, and women hate it, and I've gotten flack from it. This is one of the reasons why I don't really focus on family law anymore, because too many women just think that I hate women, and it's like, no, I don't hate women.
The biggest thing is being able to present facts in an unemotional way.
Right. And again, so when you tell them, hey, like, I understand you may be a domestic violence victim, and the reason why I say may is because I don't know who you are.
Right. I mean, I have a fake domestic violence order put on me.
Right. So case in point, right? Let's say that I am the guy that your mother or your child's mother reaches out to. Need to look into the ratios of DSS calls to disabled and low incomes. It was unfortunate I got my daughter to my mom's, but my son is still in this mess. He's been brainwashed, but he'll be 18 soon, and I won't stop fighting for him. The DSS is in contempt of court now. and been several times laws should be changed if there are several fines and consequences. How about lowering their incentives for lies and contempt? Sounds like
Yeah.
that. Well, and in my case, due to domestic violence, husband, and I was ill due to him and thyroid issue. And I'm not going to say this person's name, obviously, for privacy reason. But again, it's not that, again, I don't believe that she may have a credible claim or any of that. I don't know who it is. But anybody can just go and then send it out to the world. I'm this XYZ victim, put a label on me here, and give me the benefits that entitle me once I claim said status, so I can virtue signal to the screen.
Well, with a Title 4D case, and like you said, typically mothers have custody in a Title 4D case. The way they assign that is they just give custody to the parent who's financially less capable.
Correct. That's why it's incentivized.
They want to. Yeah. So the parent, I don't want to use the word irresponsible, but that parent is either for some reason uneducated, irresponsible with money, does not work on a consistent basis, has collects disability or whatever. So in a Title 4D case where they've filed for Medicaid for her and her children or whatever, the state really just wants to recoup that money. So it's not about the best parent getting custody. It's about the financially stable parent being the non-custodial parent to collect the most dollars.
And see, people would like to think that it's that simple. And believe me, it's that simple. But the problem is
that simple.
I know, but the problem is that it's tied up into lobby groups, like domestic violence groups that, and the ones that you see out there. Kavanaugh's guilty no matter what. Believe all women,
right?
And it's those organizations and those like them that give no due process of law, that have no understanding.
It's a sheer ignorant logic of emotionally
right. But see, the thing is,
people.
I try to get it out like this though, is that while we discuss this, we're not actually changing anyone's mind. We're not actually, maybe we might have one or two people at some point that are like, yeah, no, they're right. But it's so entrenched into the way of thinking that says, that this is the way it was when my mom went to court and I didn't see my dad. Do you know how many single mothers are out there from our age that are all singing the same tune? I call them all a swan song concert across the country. It just, and that's why I stopped doing family law. I'm hoping in years from now you'll realize it too, that this topic that you're taking on, like I did in the beginning, is one that's going to emotionally drain you. It's going to financially drain you, because there is no benefit in this. It's not like people make hand over fist, and even the ones that do get a little successful, i.e. your Mark Ludwig's, your bigger social media platforms that may have a few donors here and there, but this right here isn't something that's going to make you a millionaire. This isn't something that's going to make you even a really living, honestly, but so it gets you to that passion, okay, I'm passionate about it, I'm going through it, I can relate to it. Hell, I'm still going through it, and I'm telling you, I don't care to go through family law conversations, really. I'll stay in the background, hey, you take center screen, you do the interviews, you put it all out on the page, you do you, man, but I'll be here if you need me. But I've been through this fight. It's not worth it in the end to me to put yourself through this torture. It's what it is, because I'm sure you've seen it. You'll have a whole group of women that'll stalk you and then report you in mass if you so much as a hint that you don't even believe all women. It's no, I believe due process of law. I don't even believe all men. I don't believe all women. I don't believe anybody.
I don't believe anybody. Nope.
And then when you say that, then you're not of use to them anymore, because you won't regurgitate that narrative anymore. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is at some point, it's terrible. I watched the video that is the next big cash viral video out there, and I go, it sucks, because that man's a good man, and he shouldn't be going through that. Well, hell, I'm a good man. Why am I going through it? Hell, you're a good man. Why are we going through this? It's not that we don't love our kids. It's not that we don't have a financial ability to pay for the things that our kids need. It's not that we can't put a roof over their head. So
Right.
what is it really? Well, it's in order to fund an industry that otherwise is parasitic. And
it wouldn't exist.
Right, and that's why people like yourself, myself, Cash, we don't become famous because we don't lick the boot of the government while we're asking for change. We sit here and bluntly tell you what the problem is, and then because we do so, you don't think there's attorneys out there that are like, oh yeah, no, I'm a domestic violence attorney. I take all these cases. I'm sure, yes, there's good attorneys out there, blah, blah, blah. Well, if there's really good attorneys out there, how much do they charge? Well, I'm worth $10,000 for a trial. I'm worth $20,000 for a trial. Yeah, nobody can afford you. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, it's that extortion. They know, okay, well, all it takes is mom to say he beat me, and dad's out the window, no due process, nothing. That's it. Just dad's an abuser. That one word opens up hundreds of thousands of dollars of liability on the table for an attorney to go, oh, wait, the government's incentivizing me to do this?
Yeah.
I'm guaranteed that money if I just, go and coach her, because she gets a free attorney. I can't begin to tell you how many women I have seen in groups like, I still owe my attorney $20,000. Really? Like, that attorney's never going to see that money? Like,
the funny thing is, too, is they force you to have an attorney, even with an understanding of yourself of the case. And like, I stood in a room and argued my case and literally was treated like less than the family pet.
yeah.
But if a lawyer says the same knowledge that I have, because they're a lawyer, they get a respect because they want you to buy a lawyer. They want a lawyer to stand next to you.
Right.
And we know money exchanges hands. I'm not saying everybody does that, but it happens. Lawyers get paid tens of thousands of dollars. Don't think a judge or somebody else never got some of that. So
no. You go out to oh man, hey, Judge Cole, it's Attorney Abernathy here. I'm so glad I get to go play golf with you on Saturday. And hey, by the way, I'm donating $5,000 to your campaign or your this, or even, hey, on the 9th hole, here's $1,000.
Right. Oh, I lost a bet.
Yep. And all we did was I lost. Hey, I bet you I can't make a hole in one for $10,000. You got it.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying everybody does that. We always have to. I mean, I try to preface now, like, we don't hate all cops. We don't hate all judges. We don't hate all lawyers. We're saying this shit happens.
I'm not saying that all cops are bad. I'm just saying that there's a lot of bad cops. I'm not saying all lawyers are bad. I'm just saying there's a lot of bad lawyers.
There's too many.
Yes, too many to count, because here's the thing.
We need laws to protect us from their legal abuse.
No. We don't need law. This is where, when you have a law, this is like more of that like sovereign bullshit that people get into. A lawyer is a law sayer. And so, you just go, okay, well, do we really need law, or do we need our constitutional rights upheld?
Yes.
Because the Supreme Court defines your parental right, an unalienable right, as defined by the liberty clause of life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Your enumerated right to be a parent is defined as liberty.
Right. It's not something that, I shouldn't, or anybody shouldn't.
And your right to your life, your liberty to be a parent, and your pursuit of happiness can only be taken from you with substantive and procedural due process of law. Which is, don't get me wrong, man. If my kid wouldn't have been kidnapped by paternity fraud, which is very simple to explain, the mother lied in court about who the father is and on the birth certificate, and the law benefited her from 1980. And so it's simple for me to say that thing. And there's a reason why it's not sunshine and rainbows and unicorn farts and Skittles behind me. And that it's this apocalyptic, I'm going to watch the world burn, don't care about your feelings. Here's what I think. If you don't like it, you're the society that created the internet warlord.
Do you want me to create a shit avalanche for you and some Skittles and butterflies coming out of it?
You know what? Wouldn't that be great to see a mountain of shit with like butterflies disemboweled and wings and like rocks and shit and Skittles and
Can you put up the new the GI Joe Jorgensen background?
Oh, for sure.
Can you put it up there? I haven't shared it fully yet. I just shared it on my page.
Well, no, you shared it on. You shared it, but I reshared it.
Yeah, just directly on my page. I haven't shared it to any groups.
Yeah, no, it should just be a few scrolls up here. But yeah, it was pretty badass. I was gonna ask you how you can make one for CJ. I don't know how to make that.
So I manipulated the original and was able to kind of cut out, copy, and paste, and then sort of blend the original. So I took the E and the GI out of the Joe. I kept it. I squished it together essentially by cropping it and then giving it a new background, and blended it well. Like there's some tricks, some manipulation. Yeah. But yeah, that was the original GI Joe thing. I took the E off the end, and then moved it closer to the Joe and took the GI off and just added Jorgensen on the bottom.
Yeah, go to JoJ 2020. Help support her, obviously, for sure.
J-O-J.
But yeah, JoJ 2020. And the thing is that like you said, man, she has more support right now than Gary Johnson did coming from this sector. And I think I don't think that necessarily comes from Gary Johnson. I think that comes from people like Cash, people like Adam that have taken it and allowed you to really take off with the platform. So in all honesty, man, it has the potential. And I'm not the guy. Like, listen, I go to somebody like Mark Ludwig and who has been working with Democrats, Republicans, this, that, and the other, and he does lean Republican. Great man. I mean, if that guy needed somebody to go fight a big ogre for him, I'd volunteer.
He's a little guy, so
he's a little guy. I'd go fight the big ogre for Mark, but he's a conservative Republican, and he's in a system. This is what bothers me about his process is that he should be using his following to say who's the presidential candidate talking about family law right now.
Right. Well, that's something that we're just having to do. Like, I realize that. I know I'm not going to get Trump to address it. We're going to try.
Listen, let me get you on another one. I have a friend who will remain anonymous for all intents and purposes because I don't want to offend him, and I'm still, I still respect the guy, but he told me that Donald Trump will never say the words family law and reform together. And the thing is that I can't respect that. It's a coward's move. It's to the point where if you have to, it's almost like Q. Well, someday the charges are coming. Someday Hillary's getting locked up. Someday. And they got to constantly give these retarded morons their carrots to follow. And you go, well, listen, I'm a man. You tell me there's a problem, and I look into it and I research it, and then I say, okay, now let me address the problem. It's not, hey, sir, there's a problem. All right, well, let me go over here and do some shady shit while I make the public think that it's all changing because I'm doing shit that you can't see. No,
let me sign things and say, like I thought it was baffling that he signed a executive order to make, I guess, harming animals a felony, but stealing children from parents is not.
You want to know why they won't talk about it? You want to know why Democrats or Republicans won't talk about it? And this is why Mark is having such a hard time with legislation all across the state and the country.
$50 billion?
It's not just $50 billion. It's complicit to crimes. They're complicit to the crimes of kidnapping, fraud, extortion.
Right.
All things that carry pretty much at their level life sentences. Things that would make it so that we should chop their heads off, hang them from trees.
So they need to deny.
Correct. And they use their attorneys to do so. They hide behind it. That's why no matter how nice Mark gets into his suit and dresses up and goes and puts on a show for these people,
it's a waste.
It's a waste. It's a wash because at the end of the day, they're never going to let it get past a certain point. And they know that. If they didn't, Mark is the nicest guy in the world. Why wouldn't Trump want to meet this guy? He's like
Right.
one of the hardest working, bust your ass, get up in the morning, put the grind to the fucking grindstone.
Why do you have to ask for equal shared parenting?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
What?
I go at the end of the day, I go, well, listen, this is what we do to solve the problem for family courts. We restore due process in Article 3 courts, meaning that you're not, like, think about it. They consider it a juvenile court. If you go into a juvenile court, you don't have a jury trial.
Right.
They're operating under a foreign law to the Constitution. You have to know these things, or else you're
Right.
just going to go in there and think, well, you're going to get fucked and go, oh, well, how'd that happen?
Yeah.
And then you start saying rape, and they're like, no, you walked in and consented to this.
Right.
And you go, but no, I didn't. You took my kids. They're like, well, you didn't buy our fancy suited attorney. You didn't pay our extortion fee. You didn't do.
The other thing that I found extremely funny a couple of times was I got blamed for my situation for being ignorant of the law. I was like, well, they didn't teach me family law in high school. And if you would have taught me in high school, I probably would have protected myself.
Right. And so the thing is that you go, okay, well, why would we have all these issues we just named and go, okay, so what's really causing this problem? What is the heart and the root of the problem? And the problem is that, in my opinion, is that you have a group of people that, again, there's no consequences for perjury in family court.
Right.
And if you started seeing people getting charged for perjury, then you would start seeing that the shift in the paradigm of parenting would be more towards your 50-50, that the statistics would balance out, that eventually moms and dads that lie just get caught, and they get caught through due process rather than this whole put it all out there for one man to decide. So my solution to family law is simple. It's not defund the government, as much as I'd go, well, that would solve it, but it would create a new problem.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when she takes the kid and split? What happens when he takes the kid and splits? You know, now who you calling? You're not. So do we need a government to stop this? No, the government is encouraging this. So what we need to do is restore due process to where, and this is Mark and I, we sat in South Dakota 2 hours away, Chris, and I said, you want to know how you fix family court? Reinstate due process by saying beyond a reasonable doubt evidence.
Right.
In order to remove somebody's parental right.
Right. And you shouldn't be able to file for child support and get caught up in that until custody has been decided.
Correct. Nobody's paying child support until it's happened. Now here's the next thing. So let's say I'm your significant other. I'm gonna play the role of your ex for the moment. He beat me. What do you say?
What do I say?
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? What I used to say, or what do I say now?
He beat me.
Yeah.
Now what? Now what? No. Words spoken in these courts are proof.
Right.
So what you do is you go, I need my due process. So you take away criminal.
Well, then it goes to criminal court. It needs to be. That's a criminal court matter.
Thank you.
So, you know what I mean? In family court,
you don't get to go through family court until your allegation is proven false or true by due process. And if you get exonerated, if it comes back, hey Cole, Mr. Cole, hey Chris, you're not guilty of domestic violence. She lied. You had your full trial. A jury of 12 exonerated you. You walk into family court. Guess what? She can't go there because you are not. She's now being charged with what?
With
perjury.
Yeah, perjury.
Filing a false document.
In a criminal court.
In a criminal court. She is going to be charged. Then, if she gets convicted of perjury, you have your order saying you were exonerated, but here's her charge of perjury in a criminal court. Now what happens? You have custody of your kids.
Right. So it would let's say sort of put off the fact that a false allegation, even lawyers encourage. Well, just say that you think that he yells too much, or has he ever like screamed at the kids? Well, yeah, they're my kids. I've been screamed at too. No one came and stole me from my parents. Let's wake up, people.
Yeah, no, I agree with Corrine in the comments here. She said this is stupid as fuck that this discussion even needs to take place. But
that's what we need to do is come together and have these discussions. We need to be.
I used to say this same shit Monday through Friday on the radio, out there into the universe and whatnot, and it's still the same shit 5-6 years later.
Not the movement. In all honesty,
there's no such thing as a movement.
Yeah, it's very disbanded. It's a bunch of little subgroups.
Yeah, it's a bowel movement. It's an avalanche of shit with dead Skittles butterflies and Skittles coming out of it. And that's what I'm trying to get at is you can be a good person. And I genuinely believe that you can go into this saying it's not just me going through it. There's many others that are going through it, and you can pick up that mantle.
And here's the thing. We need to say it's not okay. Like, we need to not be complicit.
It's not okay. Stop being complicit. God,
right.
I mean, beyond that, what do we do? Because right now they're organizing a women's march where every man needs to be castrated just because he's a man. Look, she's on board.
CJ, I got to get off here because I got to get a Red Bull and drive 7 more hours.
Mr. Cole, everybody, Victims of Family Law for Joe Jorgensen. I share his page. You guys know where to find him. Thanks for being on the last episode of Internet Warlords, man. On Facebook.
Is it the last episode?
On Facebook.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Well, I'm glad I could be on here.
Yeah, I'm really happy you were too, man.
We'll chat. We'll chat later on. I'm sure Cash and I will be going live tomorrow. So.
Okay. Well, if you really need a cool, fancy background, let me know.
You're my background, bitch.
Hey, no, I'm your booty call producer. Thank you very much.
My booty call background, baby.
I'll give it
later
to you.
On.
Whatever. We'll see you later, man. Mr. Cole, everybody. It's that simple. If you want to join the broadcast here, I appreciate it. Mr. Liberty, thank you for starting a watch party, sir. I got a point. It's right here. I'm gonna have to put like a little red dot right here. It says right there. Thank you, sir, for starting a watch party on this one. That was a great conversation to have on the last episode of Internet Warlords on Facebook ever. Again, look at this awesome, like, I'm in the apocalypse right now, folks. Like, it don't get much crazier than that. Is it this way? Is it that way? It's this way. Okay, gotta get it that way. I guess it's that way. Which way? That way? Really? Is that crazy? Huh. Alright, I'll go to your comments here real quick. Let me adjust this magic screen here. How would we explain a green screen to the founding fathers? That's a whole nother question. Like, sir, there's this magical screen that if you just hit the light just right, it will behind you. I need to know where to see him live, please. I don't know who you're talking about. Give me... I did it over a decade ago. Bored housewife. Chris, give me a chore to help. Chris Cole. You can find him on Facebook. Victims of Family Law for Joe Jorgensen. Very much a great guy to know. Very dedicated to the cause. Again, for those of you that are just tuning in, I got to get my shameless plug in here for Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Internet Warlords and join the team. Get a membership. $5 a month. You're just a little warlord, but hey, you still get to watch Internet Warlords, and believe me, when I can get to the point where I can say what I want to say about who I want to say it about, that's where it's going to be. So right now I'm being moderately censored to at least the standards where they haven't taken me down right here. But but for $10 a month, you're going to get way more of me, because then you can contact me. Because I'm not going to be checking Facebook Messenger for this long. Once I make the transition over to Patreon, the only way you're going to be able to talk to me is by paying $10 a month. Yeah, that's right. I'm like, I'm more expensive than, how much is Netflix? Right. So to be an internet warlord, right, but to watch me, to join the broadcast, to have a person that will allow you to take this platform and make it your own. Well, she has a backstage pass in real life, not just here. So, but like I said, there's benefits, perks. I let you guys know. Hey, for $500 a month for a half hour, I'll let you stare at me playing with my Ghibli bits. $500 a month. I mean, that's a deal. Not really. But I do got to tell you that there is that option on Patreon to create that level of membership where if you wanted to pay me a ridiculous amount of money, I might just take off some clothes for you. So, I mean, what? It's Internet Warlords. It's not like it's your Sunday church service. Like, I got to make that money, honey. It's just a joke. Okay, there you go. I'm going to have to move this to the basement where I can show you my Ghibli bits. You know, I'll have a Ghibli bit camera, and then I'll just kind of change the view for you guys. So, again, this is going to be the last Internet Warlords broadcast on Facebook. You can still find me on YouTube. You can still find me over there. But for YouTube, you're going to be watching it after the fact. You're not going to be able to comment live. You're not going to be able to hear what I'm saying in live time. And it's sad because there's a lot of you that I like. And there's some of you that I'm like, I think you're just following me because you want to watch my world burn. And I got to separate the two. I can't know who my enemies are when I don't know who my friends are. So my friends, and if you're not somebody who is or if you're not somebody who is my friend already, if you're just on the outside looking in on this, again, you can join. And you have access to me right off the bat. So, like I said, it's pretty simple. 5, 10, and 20. You know, how much do you really love me? I've already had my first few patrons, so thank you very much to you guys. You guys could literally make this my way of life. You could literally change my life and make it so that I can look at my lovely lady here and say, hey, I make good money on the internet, honey. What? So... yeah. Anybody else got anything before I go? Again, this is just as much your platform as it is mine. Guess not, huh? Tough days being an internet warlord. But hey, you know what? Like I said, if you got something that you want me to look at, you want me to discuss, you want me to bring up a topic, things of that nature, that's where you need to do it. Because like I said, I'm just over this. I've been on Facebook for a very, 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 very long time. And if I would have switched over to Patreon a very, very, very long time ago, maybe I would be not where I'm at today. Who knows? I see that, Morris. I have 0 viewers over on YouTube. Yes, I'm a fledgling broadcast, actually. So, again, thanks for letting me know over there. That's the beautiful thing about being an internet warlord, is that people think that this is actual real life, that those 4 numbers in this side of the screen, whatever, is actually real life. They think that. It's hilarious. I think it's... well, yes, you can say, oh, yeah, he's got X amount of viewers on any given video. If you knew my friends and my reach, if you knew who I'm connected to, if you knew the people that I interact with, if you knew that, you might just realize that most of the people that I know watch my videos after the fact. That most of my views come from People that scroll by and they see I've been live for, in this case, an hour and 10 minutes. And they've missed the whole thing. So they don't stay tuned in and they'll watch it after the fact. There's nothing wrong with that. These videos that I do that are a more higher valued production that have a random guest like it was with Mr. Cole today, those are staying up. But again, at the end of the day, you're not going to have to worry about that over there, Morris 7EH1. Hang on, let's find out. Morris EH, hold on. He says I have 0 viewers. Hold on. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm gonna prove a point real quick. YouTube.com / Morris 7 EH1. You don't even have a YouTube set up. He's just some troll. Okay. Let me see if I can actually find the guy. Let's see here. How would I even do that? Search YouTube. Morris 7 EH1. Wow, man. Wow. Oh, wait, is there no, I got it right. Yeah, when you look up you don't even exist. It's like, oh, man, I don't know. Why do I even care, Ori? I don't know. I don't care either way. Where would I even find that? Maybe I can click his link. All right, where's your comment at? There you go. Can I click you? Can't even click you? Oh, man. I'll tell you what, man. I know I've got no viewers, but that's okay though. It's not about your views. It's about the principle of the matter. So when I see that you can't even click you, man. Can't even click your name, find you. I mean, because I'll bet you don't have any videos at all. I've never sat in front of a computer and a camera, put your brain thoughts out into the world, and said what's really, truly on your mind. So until your shit says something other than that, just another troll on the internet. But that's okay, because pretty soon I'll just do this for Patreon. And like I said, I'm not going to care. It is what it is, whether you like me or not. So this is just like I said, it's actually kind of funny because it's like going out the way it started with no viewers. But we've had our good days. We had our good days for sure. Your great-grandchildren might get to know you from these posterity. Correct. See, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Is I'm the guy that says, hey, this shit is from, this shit's for future reference, for just for my own sake and saying I at least said something. I did something, you know. What's up, Derek? So, all right, well, that's it. I guess that's the very last episode of Internet Warlords on Facebook. Again, you guys, one last shameless plug, so you don't think I'm kidding here. If you made it this far already, I look forward to seeing you on Patreon. Again, patreon.com / Internet Warlords. The war for the internet will rage on through Patreon. Again, for $5, you can be a little warlord. You know, just you're a little warlord. Hey, you know, I got a little warlord in me. You know, $10 a month, you're on the strike team. You can actually talk to me. You can send me messages. I will respond. $20 a month, I'm pretty much your bitch. And you can call yourself an internet warlord too. So, with that being said, folks, it has been fun on Facebook. I will keep my Coffee and a Conversations public until the rigged election of 2020 is over. And then I will be moving that and all subsequent broadcasts over to Patreon. So enjoy it while it lasts. Have a good night or don't. The choice is always yours.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the